to this course. Here we learn to improve our communication skills. The importance of communication skills is self-evident. Whether you are a student or a professional, no matter what your profession is, if you have better communication skills, you are placed in a better position to further your career. Better communication skills will also help you in achieving your goals. So please subscribe to the discourse and let's work together to attain better communication skills. Now, communication skills include both speaking and writing. A person can make better and accurate sentence if he knows the tenses of the verbs. If he has proper knowledge of tenses of verbs, where to use, when to use, then he can make better and proper sentences. So today we will discuss about the tenses of the verbs. There are three types of tenses of verbs. The first one is present tense, past tense and future tense. Now each of these tenses have their subcategories. The subcategories of present tense are simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. So let us start with simple present tense. Now there are certain signal words such as every day, sometimes, seldom, often, regularly, as soon as, when, then, until, and a few more. If you see any of these signal words in a sentence, then you can assume that simple present tense has been used in that sentence. So let us discuss about the uses of simple present tense. We use simple present tense when we talk about something which is generally true or always true. Generally true or always true. For example, people need food. Or the sun rises in the east. These are examples of simple present tense. In the first sentence, people need food, it is generally true. If there are people and they are living, then they will need food. The second sentence, the sun rises in the east, it is a fact. It is always true. The second use of simple present tense is when we are talking about something which is almost permanent, which is not going to change. Almost permanent. As for example, where do you live? Someone is asking about your permanent home address. She works at a bank. She works at a bank. She has a permanent job. She is not looking forward to quit the. Another example can be, I do not like bitter gourd. Now it is a permanent thing, a permanent hobby, a permanent liking or disliking. It is not like I do not like bitter gourd on Sunday but I like it on Monday. If you do not like bitter gourd, then you do not like bitter gourd on any day. So we use simple present tense for expressing something which is almost permanent. Okay. The third use of simple present tense is when we talk about regular habits. Regular habits. For example, do you smoke? Or I play chess every day. I don't travel very often. It is not my hobby to travel very much. I play chess every day. It is my regular hobby. Do you smoke? Someone is asking whether smoking is your hobby or not. We also use simple present tense for describing short actions which are happening right now, such as in sports commentaries, or describing short actions. As for example, the batsman hits the ball towards midfield. The fielder picks the ball. He throws the ball at non-striker's hand. The batsman reaches in the crease and completes the run. Now this whole commentary is in simple present tense, because we use simple present tense while describing short actions that are happening right now. So simple present tense is very much useful in sports commentary. These are the uses of simple present tense for describing the present. But simple present tense is also used for describing future actions, future use. We use simple present tense for describing those actions of future which are already scheduled or planned. For describing actions of future as per time schedule, or which have been already planned. For example, school begins at 9 tomorrow. At what time the movie starts? The train doesn't arrive at 7. It arrives at 7:30. Now we also use simple present tense to talk about future after the words like when, until, after, as soon as, and a few more. These words are also known as subordinate clauses of time. I will call you when I have time. I won't go out until it stops raining. Another example can be, I am going to make dinner after I watch the news. Now in all these sentences, we are using simple present tense. Now these were the use of simple present tense for describing future actions. We also use simple present tense for describing conditional actions. We use simple present tense for describing first or zeroth conditionals. As for example, if it rains, I won't play. Another example can be, if you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. Another example can be, if you hit the wall with your hand, it hurts. We will discuss about conditionals later, but here we are discussing about the use of simple present tense with first or zeroth conditionals. So these are the 7 cases in which we use simple present tense. The first one is while talking about certain thing which is generally true or always true. The second one is when we talk about almost permanent thing. We also use simple present tense when we talk about regular habits. We use simple present tense when we describe short actions such as in sports commentaries. We use simple present tense while talking about actions of future which are already scheduled or planned. We also use simple present tense with subordinate clauses of time such as after, when, until, unless, as soon as. We also use simple present tense with first or zeroth conditionals. We have seen the examples of all these situations in which we use simple present tense. Please take a note of all these 7 conditions so that you can remember when to use simple present tense. Please subscribe to the discourse as we may offer PDFs and notes to all our subscribers. Now we have seen the uses of simple present tense. Let us talk about the rules while making a sentence in simple present tense. The general structure of a sentence in simple present tense is subject plus verb plus object if it is needed. Object is not necessary in a simple present tense. You can have a perfect sentence with only a subject and verb, but there can be an object too. Now the first rule is in the simple present tense we take the root form of the verb in all conditions except when talking in third person singular, in which case we either add s or es with the verb. As for example, I go. This is first person and the verb form is go. It is the root form. You go. It is an example of second person. He, she, it. Now these are examples of third person singular and with them we use goes. We add es to the root form of the verb. Then we go. They go. Now they is also third person but it is not singular, it is plural. I write. It is first person, so I write. Verb is coming in root form. You write. Again, verb is used as in root form. He, she, it writes. We have added as because this is the case of third person singular. Similarly, the teacher writes. The teacher is third person singular, but they write. There is also the third person, but it is plural. We write. So the rule is we use verb in root form except in case of third person singular where we add either s or es with the verb. Now the second rule is in negative sentences we use to not with I, we, they or plural words. But we use does not with he, she, it or singular words. As for example, during the lockdown, I do not go to school. You do not go to school. Sheila does not go to school. The teacher does not go to school. Children do not go to school. Children is plural, so we have used do not. The teacher is singular, third person, we have used does not. Sheila does not go to school. Sheila is the third person, and it is singular, so we have used does not. You do not go to school, this is second person. I do not go to school, this is first person. Third rule is for interrogative sentences. We use do in the beginning. I, you, we, they and plural words. But we use does in the beginning, third person, singular, such as he, she, it, and any form of third person singular. As for example, during the lockdown, do you go to school? Do the teachers go to school? Does he go to school? Does the teacher go to school? In the third sentence, we have used do the teachers go to school because teachers is a plural word. But in the fifth sentence, we have used does. Does the teacher go to school because we are talking about a single teacher. So these were the rules for using the simple present tense. Now we will discuss about the present perfect tense.